No, and I rolled it up and it got damaged. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be sitting around and playing with new affordable beauty products. So we're going to be testing it out. We're going to see what's hot and new in makeup. I'm really excited. I guess you can say in simpler terms, we are going to be filming a new at the drugstore makeup tutorial. I will be playing with color today. I have a good variety of a bunch of different things, including the Nikita palette that she created in collaboration with Morphe. So we're going to play up the eyes today. We're going to experiment with color. Who is she? I don't know. Playing with color isn't something I typically do, but I do want to step outside of my comfort zone within today's video. So if you guys are ready for it and if you guys are here for it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and turn on your post notifications if you haven't already. I do upload every Monday and Wednesday, give or take. Sometimes I may upload on Thursday or Friday, so that is why you're going to want to make sure your notifications are turned on. With that being said, I have my cafecito right here. It's pretty early in the morning. I usually don't film this early, but coffee is gonna get me through this. Coffee might get you through this, so grab your coffee, tea, matcha, water, whatever you drink, and let's zoom in and get started. All right, you guys, so I've already started priming my eyelids with a little bit of the P. Louise Base 2. I really love this to prime my eyelids. It's the perfect base for eyeshadow application. It really just allows my eyeshadows to sit onto something, so that way they last for a really long time. So the eyeshadow palette I will be using today is this palette right here. This is the brand new Nikita palette that she created in collaboration with Morphe. I'm really excited. Today I really want to play around with colors. So the first shade I'm going to take into my crease is called Shigo. It's a really pretty bright lime green, and I'm taking it on a Morphe M514. I'm just going to start packing this into my crease. I'm going to use an even smaller brush. This is an M507, and I'm actually going to start stamping this right above the crease. Then with a blending brush, I'm just gonna go back and forth and really just soften up these edges so that way we have a really nice blend. And I'm gonna pick up just a little bit of Shigo as I do this, just so that way it just blends so smoothly and seamlessly. The next shade I'm going to take is called Army. It's a really pretty olive color, and I really want to use this right here to start smoking out this look. So I'm taking it on an M507, and at first I'm really tapping the color. This is just my method of doing makeup. I love to tap the color in place, and then I'll go back and then softly diffuse it out. This just gives me the most color payoff. It gives me the most pigment, and it's just something I've been doing for a really long time. I'm gonna switch back to that same brush with a little bit of that Shigo color on there, just so that way I get a better blend. And I'm gonna start softly tapping it into the crease and diffusing it out. Then with that M507, I'm gonna lightly dust this in my crease to really define it out, because I'm gonna do more of a cut crease look today. With a cleaner brush, I'm just gonna softly diffuse out that army green so that way it really blends beautifully into that lime green called Shigo. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in and start cutting my crease. I'm just gonna use a little bit of concealer. This is my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I know this isn't affordable. Definitely use whatever it is that you have, but I've become obsessed with using this again to cut my crease specifically. Then I'm just gonna take a brush and just buff and blend out this concealer. The next shade I'm gonna go in with is called Fatal. It's a really pretty peachy orange shade, and I'm gonna take that on a flat brush and tap it right here in the very inner 1/3 of my lid. Then right next to that, I'm gonna take the hot pink shade called Nikita, and I'm just gonna pack it on. I told you guys, I really want to play around and just experiment with color today, so we're doing something very crazy, very bold, but I think it's gonna look really pretty. Then I'm gonna pick up the shade called Mama Dragon, and I'm gonna start packing it right next to that purple. And then I'm gonna take Army, and I'm just gonna blend everything together. I don't really want any harsh edges here. I want everything to blend very seamlessly into each other. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of Shigo, and I'm just gonna blend it right above this Army green shade, just so that way it peeks through a little bit. This next step is definitely optional, but I'm going to take an eyeliner brush and I'm going to take a little bit of that shade called Army, and I'm going to use it to deepen up this crease here. So now that I've gotten to this point, I'm kind of sitting here like, all right, where do I go from here? Eyes are really dramatic. Do I do a wing or do I not do a wing? That is the question. I need to know from you guys, what would you do down below in the comments? Let me know, because I need some help. So I've actually decided on not applying any liner. I'm just going to jump straight into falsies. I'm going to use the Jamie 3 lashes by Tati Lashes, which are very, very beautiful. So I'm going to pop these on off camera and then I'll be right back so that way we can work on the rest of the face. Let's move on to primer. I do have a new primer I want to try and test out. This is by Flower Beauty. This is the Supernova Celestial Priming Whip, and it's meant to be more of like a whipped formula. On the back, it says it's packed with a blend of antioxidants to soothe and rejuvenate the skin. So I'm going to give it a good old shake. I love how it comes out. It's definitely more of a foam. And I'm just going to put this all over. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, this is very moisturizing on the skin. I actually really love that this primer is giving my skin radiance without looking like chunky glitter or anything like that. I'm putting this all over my skin just because I'm really, really loving the dew and I'm loving the glow. So let's actually move on to foundation. I will be using the Serum Foundation by L'Oreal. I got this quite some time ago and I still have not tried it yet. This is the Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. It has SPF 50 in it, and it also says it's more of a concentrated serum, so it's definitely meant to give you a little bit more coverage than a typical serum would. I do have mine here in Golden Vanilla. By no means am I golden. I want to say I picked this up when I was self-tan at one point, but we can make it work. We're wearing a crew neck today. By the way, my crew neck is from Victoria's Secret Pink. Oh, it's somewhere on this side, but it's from Victoria's Secret Pink. Dude, they're really stepping it up. When I saw this in store, I definitely got like Yeezy inspired vibes, so that's why I picked it up. They have them in several different colors. I will have it listed down below if you guys are interested in checking that out. But I'm just gonna dot this all over. I'm not sure if I want to use a sponge or a brush. I'm gonna use a brush today. This is a number 7 brush by Sephora Collection. And I'm just gonna buff this into the skin. It looks very, very natural so far. And it's giving me pretty decent coverage for being a serum foundation. So one thing I definitely want to point out when it comes to this serum foundation is that it definitely reeks of sunscreen. I feel like as I was blending it out into my skin, I couldn't help but smell the sunscreen over and over. So that's definitely a flaw within. But I think it should go away as I continue to do my makeup. I'm just applying a little bit more because I do prefer more of a full coverage look. I do also really love the way it looks on my skin. It looks very natural. It looks very skin-like. It looks very dewy and glowy, which is the vibe I'm going for today's look. I don't love how it feels on my skin. Like, I could definitely feel it on my face. I dropped my brush in the process, but I could definitely feel it on my face. I'll let you guys know as I continue to do my makeup if it still feels a little heavy, but right now it definitely feels a little heavy. For concealer today, I'm not really going to use anything new. I'm just going to use my e.l.f. Camo concealers, the original formula, and also the hydrating formula, just because I do love a cross mix between the two. I'm going to take my e.l.f. sponge and I'm just going to buff and blend it out. Mind you, I'm using my e.l.f. sponge dry today just because I feel like when I use it wet, things just get weird with this concealer combo for me. So I do like to use a dry sponge, which I know sucks up a little bit more product, but I'm not too mad at it. I just like the way it blends out my concealer a little bit better this way. For under eye powder, I'm not going to try out anything new. I'm just going to use this one by the Creme Shop. I really, really love this powder. I feel like it just works well underneath my eyes. So I'm going to take a little bit of this to set everything down and in place. So for the lower lash line, I definitely want to play on that purple. So I'm going to take a flat definer brush and I'm just going to push this closest to my lash line. Then with a blending brush, I'm just going to really just softly diffuse this out. And I also want to buff that purple into that green, just so that way everything blends. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the pink called Nikita, And I'm gonna blend it directly underneath the purple just to give it a gradient. I'm gonna take a little bit of my Revlon So Fierce mascara and I'm gonna coat my lashes in with these falsies now that powder is done. This step is totally optional, but I'm gonna take a ColourPop liner in a purple shade and I'm just gonna put this in my waterline. So I did get a little mascara there in the process, but the key to getting mascara off is waiting for it to completely dry and then picking it off with a clean spoolie. So I'm going to do that a little bit later. I'm going to move on to cream contour. I'm going to be using a foundation stick that I recently discovered. This one is by Neutrogena. This is the Hydro Boost Hydrating Foundation Stick in the shade. Which shade is this? Cocoa. Now, I have tried this once before, and let me tell you, I have not come across a foundation stick as hydrating and as creamy as this. I really love this for cream contouring. So I'm going to take it onto a brush, and I'm going to start adding some color to my face. I also want to note that I don't mean to break up my words so much when I speak in videos, but sometimes it's really hard for me to multitask and talk at the same time. So that's why things slow down a little bit. I'm not sure if you guys have ever noticed that, but promise I don't speak that way in real life, but it just happens whenever I'm filming and talking and doing a bunch of things all at once. The blend on that is unreal. Again, check this out as a cream contour. If you guys want something very comparable to, like, let's say the Fenty Matchstick, this one is just a little more creamy, but I really like that about it. For the rest of my face, I'm going to use this number 7 powder. This isn't new. I've used this in the past. It is a spot-on dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury powder. So if you guys have been wanting to get your hands on that, definitely check this one out because it is so good. This is a powder that really just sets my makeup down and in place without making it look super, super dry or crusty. It still allows my skin to look very, very pretty and luminous. For a little nose contour, I'm going to jump into this by Essence. I really love this bronzer so much, especially for like nose contour. So I'm going to run a little bit of this alongside my nose for some added dimension. So Milani did just drop some new blushes. These are cream blushes at that, and I'm really excited to use them. I have 2 shades. This one's Merlot Moment. This one is Nude Kiss. I'm gonna go with Nude Kiss for today's video just because I feel like it will complement the look a lot better. I'm also gonna use this Fenty face brush. This is a 125. I'm gonna dab my brush in here. I did already set my face down, so I'm a little hesitant about doing this because usually you don't wanna do that, but we're gonna see how it goes. Ooh, and that is a pretty shade. Okay, Milani. You guys know I love the Milani highlighter, the duo one in Power Up. Oh, my go-to. I feel like they don't really disappoint whenever it comes to certain products, but you never know. Some things may be a hit, they may be a miss, but this one right here, definitely a hit. I really love this shade. Very pretty. I also have this little pyramid brick here by Flower Beauty. This one is in the shade Peach Glow. It's really, really beautiful. I'm just going to take a little bit of it and dust it right up here to kind of act as a highlight blush type of thing. Hey, whatever works, works, right? Also gonna take just a little bit right here. Overall, I feel like my base makeup looks really, really good today. I'm gonna take a little bit of that champagne and I'm gonna stick some on the tip of my nose. I'm also going to take just a little bit onto my forehead and Cupid's bow. And I mean, hell, why not my chin too? Now, I'm not entirely sure if you guys have ever been into Ulta.
Excuse me, what?
Now, I'm not entirely sure if you guys have ever been into Ulta.
But Juvia's Place definitely sits on the more affordable side. Is it the most affordable of products? No, but they definitely sit on the affordable side. So I will be using one of their brand new luxe liners. This one is called Sweet Nothing, and I'm gonna use this to line my lips completely. I will definitely say that the formula of that lip liner is really, really good, you guys. It's not drying whatsoever. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this lip liner by LA Girl, and I'm gonna put some at the bottom of my lip to give me a bigger pout. Anyways, as I was saying, the lip liner, very, very creamy. I love the way it feels on my lips, not drying whatsoever. Let's move on to lips. I will be using this lipstick, also by Juvia's Place. This one is in the shade Lady, and it's so freaking beautiful. Look at the packaging on this. She did a killer job. I also love this right here. It's super, super matte pink and just very, very luxe and cute. So I'm gonna put this all over. Also just gonna slightly overline my top lip as well. All right, so I went ahead and zoomed out just so that way you guys can get a clear view of the final completed look. My base makeup, unlike anything I've ever seen before, it is very dewy, glowy, and just luminous, and I really love that. Are the eyes a little bold and dramatic? Yes, they're definitely out there. This is completely different than my typical brown smoky eye, but honestly, I'm vibing with it. I really love the way it came out. If you want to step outside of your comfort zone and step outside of the box, I definitely feel like this Nikita palette could be something that you're really into. I feel like the aesthetic of this palette really matches my eyes, which is so crazy to even think about. But I do want you guys to keep in mind that Morphe palettes, the quality control, it's kind of like a hit or miss. I feel like some palettes are better than others, even within the same palette. Like, that's so crazy to me, but definitely try it at your own risk. Some products that I really enjoyed though are the Juvia's Place lip products. So pretty on the lips. I definitely want to try out some more products and more shades from within this line. Another product that I really love is this right here by Neutrogena. Again, I have tried this a couple times before filming this video, and I feel like it is an amazing cream contour. So if you guys are interested in any of the products I used today, I will have them all listed down below, so make sure you guys check that out. And if you guys want to see any videos in particular, also let me know down below in the comments. And with that, I don't have much else to say except I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the next one. Deuces.